Okay, so what is accounting? Accounting, actually, we've been doing two types of accounting. One we call is financial accounting. Financial accounting is talk about those debit, credit, and I know that sometimes the student can't hear around 2 seconds. Is it my Wi-Fi problem? I don't know. Others, are you clear? Others, all clear? Y or N? Clear or not? Clear? Huh? I think your Wi-Fi problem. That's not our problem. Okay. So, okay. Another is management accounting. Management accounting. It's a totally different thing. And inside should be a cost accounting. Means if you're familiar with management accounting, you will automatically understand what is cost accounting. That's why now LCCI, they don't have costing and management accounting. Last time we have financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting. Now they have financial accounting, cost and management accounting together. I'm very famous in financial accounting for LCCI just because in LCCI financial accounting is a compulsory subject. Compulsory subject. You must pass this financial accounting, then you can obtain the diploma at the time now. That's why I got no choice. I have to focus to teach financial accounting. Until I got no time, I pass my subject to another student to teach it. Another lecturer to teach cost and management instead of I'm doing the lecturing. But at the beginning time, I teach this subject. And you know, just now you see the beautiful girl, Miss Chua. Miss Chua is my CEO. She is one of my best cost and management accounting students. She get the country award for the subject many years ago. Frankly speaking, if you look back about our college awards, at the beginning my student only can get cost and management accounting award, and then later on, I think later 2 years or 3 years, then only we get the world accounting, financial and cost and management accounting. Mostly cost and management accounting, the award country best and world best is belong to Pintar College of the World, because I already do well for the notes, and this is my favorite subject. So I want you all to know about what is cost and management accounting. I wouldn't say it is very difficult to study, but you must put a very favorite, and you must know what are you going to study on this subject, because it's totally different from financial accounting. It's a tactic for us to calculate the cost and the tactic to do management. Okay. So let's start. Cost and management accounting. Actually, beginning we want to present the slide, but I'm not usual to use slide. I like to chonting, difficult for me to chonting here, so I change it to paper. But I hope later on this slide can give it to them also. Okay, please send this slide to you all also. Actually, if we talk about the main difference between financial accounting is more focused on the data collection and the analysis of the report. Means when you want to do accounts, financial accounting, you want to do debit, credit, or you want record in your cash book, you must have a proof. And then you must have the data. That means it already happened. You must have the proof, means you have the receipt. Let's say you pay money to your TP, you must get a receipt from them, then use the receipt to record it. It is already happened. This paper, all I will send it to you. No need to worry. Just right after this class, we'll create a group. You can get everything from me and for your reference, but only soft copy already happened. And for your study purpose, you can take it down and revision. Those papers you send it to you, no need to worry. But cost and management accounting is more on future, not yet happen. Cost and management accounting, they will be more focused on future planning and decision making. It's not happened yet. Okay? It means if we talk about financial accounting, dia belajar sejarah. Dia macam kita belajar subjek sejarah, 我们读历史，读这历史。And then we analyze from the sejarah. We do some analysis. Then we understand the company weakness, understand the company problem. This is what the main subject we study financial accounting for internal purpose. For external purpose, we show our people what is our achievement from last year. Okay, cost and management is more in future. Not happen yet. This is a main differences between financial accounting and cost management accounting. Y or N? Understand that? Y or N? So it's totally different from financial accounting. We will concern about future thing. Okay, come. Okay, I will say, if let's say, why we study cost and management accounting? Why we study cost and management accounting? MA is called management accounting. Why? We will say, first, we want to do planning. Planning happen or not? Planning already happened or not happened? Not yet happened, correct? It has not yet happened. Planning, we will do budgetary control. We will do budget. Do you hear the budget before? Budget. Yeah, we will do budget. Secondly, we will do decision making. Membuat keputusan, 做决定. Happen or not happen? Not happen also. We call it, this one we call relevant costing. The main purpose. Okay. Third, we study cost control. What we call this will be standard costing. We must make comparison. Later I will show you for selling price setting. Today I will more focus in selling price setting because this is a seminar which I can't teach one by one. Belanjawan, yup. Budget is belanjawan. Tetapi kamu hanya belajar belanjawan tunai. But indeed, budget is very big. Budget is very, very big. Okay, so this is the main purpose we study cost and management accounting. Okay, so we look at here. What is budget? Budget means we try to do something not happen. We do some planning. So the most important is, just for an example, we look at here. When the company do budget, first step, they will do sales budget. This sales budget, we will going to discuss with our marketing manager or marketing director. First step, we must know the company, what is your aims for next year? Like this year, you say you want to get 20 million sales. Let's say you have to get 20 million sales. So when you want to get a sales of 20 million, you have to divide that by how many months? And then you have to divide it by how many marketing people you have, sales people you have. Then you set the target to every salesman in order they can achieve the sales budget. This one can understand not? Why I am? If you don't understand, I can use some Mandarin to explain also. 意思是说首先是要从这个 marketing manager 开始咯。你要去算你的明年要做到多少钱的 sales， 然后再除以你有多少个 salesman， 每个 salesman 应该做多少钱的 sales， 这样那个公司才能够达到这个 sales 的 target 咯。Normally, we will discuss between the director, the others finance manager to discuss what is the sales budget you want. After, when you got the sales budget, you must make sure you have the product to sell, correct? You must have a product to sell. If you don't have the product to sell, then how can you achieve the sales budget? So we will discuss with the production manager. So the production manager will start to see. Let's say this year you want to get a 10 million sales. Once you want to get a 10 million sales, let's say 1 unit, you want to get a 10 million sales. 10 million sales. 1 unit, we sell 1,000 ringgit. So we want to produce 10,000 units. So they will start to do planning. Each month at least produce 833 units. And then we have how many machines? We have 4 machines. Each machine must be produced 208 units. And then you divide it by, let's say each month 30 days. Every day, cannot 30 days, times 30 days. Every day, let's say we work 20 days. Every month, let's say Monday to Friday only. This is the Masala company. So every day must provide at least 10 to 11 units. Then they will see whether the machine can work or not. If the machine cannot work, then buy another new machine. Whether our labor enough or not, 我们的工人够不够? If labor not enough, then we employ a new labor. You get what I mean? Can you get it clear? Why I am? Is it I'm doing the planning? I'm now doing the planning. Each month produce how much? How many? Each machine produce how many units? If not enough, you come to decision making already. You come back to decision making. Later on, we will talk. This all interrelated. Let's say not enough. So we're trying to see whether we should ask our staff to work overtime or not. Let's say now we work 20 days per month. Means Monday to Friday lah. No, we cannot get the production level to meet our sales budget. So we decided, then we have a board meeting. Or else we ask them to work OT. Maybe Saturday, Sunday, ask them to come back. Or maybe every day 8 hours, we work 10 hours. Then we can solve the problem or not. Then a lot of things we're going to discuss, because when you talking about paying, ask the staff work OT, you have to pay the overtime. So overtime, it will be increase your cost. So the cost is too high. Rather than we ask them to work overtime, we ask them to, we better buy another new machine. We employ one more team to do the production. So we compare the cost. When we compare the cost, we will make the decision making. Same thing to me. Let's say I want to get a sales 10 million, I have to plan how many intake. When I plan how many intake, my teachers, my lecturer is not enough. When my lecturer is not enough, whether we ask our lecturer to work overtime or we employ another new lecturer. Am I right? Or should we operate in weekend class, Saturday, Sunday class? Then my staff willing to do or not? If they are not willing to do, or will they feel tired? Will they feel tired? If they feel tired, their performance is not achieve the aims. The quality is dropped. So what we need to do? We think all the factor. Talk about money and cent, we call quantitative factor. Dollar and cent, we call quantitative factor. If you talk about the staff feel tired, their performance is not good, the quality is not good, we call qualitative factor. This will cause our image of company, the reputation going recess. So we need to think a lot of things. This is the question, exactly question will be tested in a LCCI or ACCA. So, bro and sis, is there a real situation facing by your company? Why or N? Why or N? Do your company have this kind of problem? Is it a very practical thing? If you are a student, maybe you don't know. If you are a working adult, I'm surely many of company you face this kind of problem. When they got no business, your boss is very mangga, very angry. At everyone. When got business, a lot of order, your boss also burning. Correct? Why or N? Why or N? Then how to solve this problem? Frankly speaking, before I really managed to understand what is called management accounting, we use our experience. What is called experience? Experience, then we go into Chinchai Lo. No, this kind of decision may be wrong. Because we never consider, we never calculate the cost. Do you think the computer can solve this problem for you? Computer can solve this problem for you or not? Why or N? Computer, how can the computer, which apps can solve this problem for you? You type them, now I have 2 machines, should I employ a new team or should I ask my employer to work overtime? No, they can't help you. That's why I always tell students, an accountant is very clever, especially they really study well. Like me, I'm very clever. I'm very clever in do decision making because I know, I experience it when I'm doing lecturing. I don't want you to do the same thing with me now. I only realize what is the importance of cost and management accounting after I get up. You understand that? I don't want to study well because I know I got accounting distinction, I got statistics distinction, I got ABC state distinction, I got my LCCI. I'm the best student. I don't know cost accounting. Not good. Why or N? Why? Mostly today I will tell you what is cost and management accounting. And then, I would like to, even though I know today's, they have some students, they don't want to study accounting, but this is one of the knowledge can help your business. The first topic is already very good already. You ask you when to order the material, how many material you should order in order you can get the optimum cost or maximum profit. This all things is not about debit credit. It teaches you how to do business. It teaches you how to do business, how to control, especially in factory, but not necessarily in factory. I apply in my business. My business is not a factory. I'm a college. I'm a service line. I'm also using the same thing. So then, after you do the sales budget, the production manager will start to think how to produce it. So this is what we call coordinate. We coordinate our staff. This is what marketing manager will coordinate the marketing people. how much sales you want to get in order to get bonus. Okay, then production manager, how to start to do planning. Let's say, February only 28 days, and then Chinese New Year also fallen in the months, a long holiday. So they need to do schedules or schedule to produce the products, in order we do smoothly, in order our production things will not achieve in problem. Then later on, salesmen already get the sales. We can't send goods to the salesperson. Then we cannot sue some of us. Then talk about production budget. We must need material. What is it? Material. Then this will pass to who? Purchasing manager. So budget is a very important communication tools. What is meant by communication tools? Because when the production budget, the production manager already did the planning, did the schedules. So purchasing manager need to purchase the material in accordingly the schedules. Let's say January, you need how many kilo material A. February, you need how many kilo. March, you need how many kilo. May, April, like this. Then the purchasing manager know how to get the purchase from the material from the supplier. They have to list out the schedules, when, and then how. Sometimes when we buy more, we get discount. We buy less, we don't have discount. What you call is a trade discount. So this problem will come back to production manager. If you buy too many on January and too less in February, it costs the material incurred cost because we can't obtain the path purchase, pembelian secara buka. We cannot get the discount if we buy more. So things will come back to production manager to see whether the material can keep or not. Should we put in the fridge? And then, do we have enough stock? We have enough warehouse or not to keep this material? This is another qualitative factor. Then we go into meeting. So when you do a budget, it's not easy, It's not a meeting, by 1 hour or 2 hours. It's exactly same with the parliament. I think everyone know what happened to Malaysia, correct? Just recently happened when the government talk about budget. Parti Perbankan going to the DAP or what to Panta, angry. This is a budget for our country. The company also same thing. They use 1 month to discuss, You think easier. But after you do this budget, everyone know how to do it. And this will become a motivation tools. Motivation tools. If you're doing well, then you can be promoted. It's a motivation tools. It is a evaluation tools. Evaluation tools. Evaluation of what? Performance. If you perform well or perform not well, then this is a talk about cost control. So it's all connected. It's all connected. One question, maybe in beginning you study only budget. Second question, you maybe only study decision making. Then you study only cost control. Later on, they will jumble or mixing up. So you're going to study the whole flow of the cost and management system. This is talk about short term. Talk about short term. Short term means we talk about 1 year performance. If we will talk about a big project, let's say I build up a house or build up a bridge. It might need 5 years to 10 years to complete it. This is a big project. So we're going to study more tactics like NPV, net present value. We have to study the ROI, thinking about the inflection method in. This is another level which today I won't discuss. So I need to tell you all, the cost and management accounting is a real story, a real tactic to tell you how to solve problem, to tell you how to do the planning, to tell you how to do the cost control. Cost control can be defined as a reduce the cost, but it actually not a reduce the cost. It's an awareness of cost, awareness of cost. Then everyone aware the cost, then they will start to save cost. Then after starting to save cost, then the cost reducing happen. Are you still with me? Y or N? Is it a very good things to learn? Do you feel it? Yeah, these all things you're going to study for your cost and management accounting. But sometimes you have to really understand the terms. It will be a very good subject, I tell you. It's a very good topic, which I love it so much. Especially, I'm the boss. I know. Labor hours budget is talk about HR manager. No? So, what is meant by labor hours? When you do production, you need material, you need labor. So that's why you need HR manager to employ more staff lah. Like now, COVID-19, everything counting now, everything very charm now. No people buy things, So HR manager have to cut the labor law. When economic so good, HR manager need to do some planning to increase the numbers of workers. This is all belong to HR manager to do it. Okay, definitely, whether employ a new team or ask them to work overtime, this is all will happen, and the HR manager going to think how to solve it. Machine hour, this is a maintenance manager. What I call about maintenance manager, they need to know machine enough or not. And then they have to do some schedules to do the maintenance. When to do maintenance, in order our production budget is not affected, then we can give our units to sales manager to do the sales. This is the flow. But definitely, when you're going to study, they have something actually not trying to confuse you. They give you the data. They give you the situation of the company. Then you need to do. Then there's a decision making. Hereby, I give you one example. This is one of the questions for my exam. I still remember the question because I can't do well. But I still get distinction now. Because I tell you what, many students, they don't understand. Then the question is something like that. Due to the company, what is it? I can't remember already. Due to the sales increase a lot. So they want us to do the production manager. Then they say the capacity, labor is not enough. So they give you optional. Whether we employ a new team or we ask the staff to do overtime. So they want us to calculate the two costs. So I calculate. So I get better we ask them to do overtime. So the question will ask you, if you ask the staff to do, operator to do overtime to you, that's your decision. Do you think, is it the best decision? Please give some of the disadvantage from your decision. So the disadvantage is when I ask a staff to do overtime, the quality of products, they feel tired, and then we don't put all egg in one basket. You understand what is mean by all egg in one basket or not? For an example, now I have one cost and management accounting lecturer. one financial accounting lecturer, one statistic, one ABC lecturer, 4 only. Let's say 4 only. Now I found that they have to do a lot already. All of them are full. So now I want to try to make a decision. Let's say I still use this 4 to do overtime, will be better, or I appoint a new team, another 4. So what is the good thing if I still ask the 4 person to use save cost law? Why I use this 4 person to do overtime with save cost? Because I can save the what? I can save Sherry, no for what? And no for what? Don't understand the what? Can I go continue, Sherry? Or you can turn on your speaker to talk to me if you want. Okay, just let me know, because I don't like to use this earphone. Okay, again, you use this 4 to teach more, give them overtime, save cost. You save the what? Source cost, EPF cost. And you solve not only EPF cost, you solve a lot of, like, if they need a company car, they need a sick leave, annual leave, this is all can save for your money. So if I choose this alternative, I don't employ a new team. So when one of them want to resign, are you in trouble? So if you put your all egg in one basket already, very dangerous. You know that I get another new team. If I got another new team, you want to resign? This one can work overtime. I still have a backup plan. And you know, if you only rely on this 4 lecturer, this 4 lecturer will be very ego. Very ego. They will say, I want to increase my salary. If you don't want to increase my salary, I go, I zao. Then you are in trouble. So sometimes the quality also not guaranteed because they are tired. Frankly speaking, sometimes, you know, like this last few days, I do the SPM seminar. I really feel sorry, you know, because this few days I'm really busy with one project. Every night I have to work until 2 o'clock, and then I wake up 6 something or 7 something. I only slept about 4 hours to 5 hours. So I all occupy my schedules, you know, too rush, you know. Maybe, you know, 11 I still in KL meeting, you know, but my class in 2. Then I finish the meeting at 1:30, you know, I rush back. I still have to take my lunch time. I have to take my lunch. And after I come into the class, I'm too tired already, you know. So I do a lot of mistakes. The quality is not there. I was too tired. Am I right? Why or am? If I have another team, it won't be happen what. Like today, I'm doing quite well. I'm quite fresh. I just take a nap before handle this class. So I need not to drink coffee. I drink until I want to look like a Pyongsi, you know, like a zombie. So this is all the things we need to consider. So this is a real question from LCCI or your ACCA. So I will tell you what. This is very good for study. Are you agree? Why? So I want you all, especially those LCCI students, if you don't take the cost and management accounting, just go to take the subject. If I'm not mistaken, they charge only 80 ringgit only per month. Per month 80 ringgit, you know, if your son going to tuition, somewhere it's a 2-hour class, you know. Cheaper than you go to take tuition now. But from outsider, if you only take cost accounting, definitely you'll be more higher chances. Like, I don't know. If you take full cost of LCCI, they only charge only, if I'm not mistaken, 80 only per month. Then you can study well. 80 you buy a cake also not enough for some time. Decision making, I already told you what's decision making. Decision making. For an example, I check whether you can do the decision or not. Now I got a job. People ask for a job. They only offer us 50 ringgit, 50,000. So when we calculate the total cost, after the material cost, labor cost, and the fixed cost, we lost 5,000. should we accept the job 2593? Why or N? Please think about it. Y for accept, N for not accept the job. I repeat the question. Now I got a person to ask me a job. They offer me a selling price. Then I calculate all my costs. I get a loss 5,000. Should I accept the job at the factory? No. Correct? No, correct. The answer is wrong. I need to calculate. We will say this is a relevant cost. This is a relevant cost. This is an irrelevant cost. Irrelevant cost. What is meant by irrelevant cost? Because fixed cost is refer what? Rental, fixed salary, or some depreciation. You see the fixed cost? Whether you produce or not produce, you also need to pay the cost. Means you go to rent a hotel. One day they charge you 200. You sleep there 24 hours, you pay 200. You sleep there 6 hours, you pay 200. It will depend how many hours you sleep. Fixed cost means rental is already fixed. Whether you do production, you don't do production, you need to pay fixed salary also. Asset will be depreciated. So I will calculate sales 50,000 less our relevant cost. Material is our relevant cost because if I don't accept the job, I need not to pay. Labor also same. I need not to employ the labor. So this is our contribution. What we call is a contribution. Jika kamu belajar account, dia dipanggil sebagai sumbangan. SPM lah. So we got 15,000. So I will say the job should be accepted. Because positive contribution. You get what I mean? Now you understand or not? So this is what we call a technique. You see, like we need to sometimes, I tell you what lah. I think you all know lah. I provide LCCI courses now very cheap, correct? Only 300 per month. For me, it's a loss, For me, it's a loss. If I include all fixed costs in. So I don't input my fixed costs in. Because I need to pay my lecturer's salary. I need to pay the renter. Whether I got salary, sales or not sales, I need to pay. I don't care you come to my college or you don't come to my college, I need to pay, correct? If I still not doing this, I will die. So that's why I offer very cheap. Because I still get a net contribution. What is my contribution negative? I get money 300 to you. I pay my lecturer 350. Definitely I won't do it long. Am I right? Now you get 300 to me. I paid my lecturer 250. I still got 50 ringgit contribution. And this 50 ringgit is actually not enough to pay my fixed costs. But I still do it. Once I get more students, then I'm able to cover the fixed cost. Then I can have some profit. But definitely my profit will be very low. Y or N? Y or N? Understand or not? Understand or not? So that's why a lot of people telling me, my competitor, they really F me, They call me a monster, This monster, crazy one, how can make money? This fellow must make loss one. Yeah, they are right. Why they charge so cheap? Pintar call it sell liao. Yeah. I charge so cheap. But I still can survive. Why? Because I got a net contribution. I know I still not business coming in. How am I going to pay rental? I cannot pay rental. Rental also need to pay. But after a calculation, after the material, photocopying, those lecturer, fees I paid them, I still got money coming. Then I do it. Y or N? Now you know. Now you know. A lot of people think I'm so zai. Actually, I'm more clever than them. Limited factor, just now I say, if I shortage of material, shortage of machine, shortage of labor, just now I talked to you already. We need to do something. For this cost control, this is the main purpose to study cost and management accounting. Three main purpose. Cost control is called variance or standard costing. This one I can't tell you very much because this one I love this subject this topic so much, but not easy to be say lah. Just for an example lah, our budgeted sales 500,000. Actual sales is 400,000. So we got a variance. What we call is a variance. Variance 100,000. We call this is not unfavored or adverse. Unfavored means not good. Budget, I already told you what just now. We already do the sales budget. Then we go into production budget, correct? If the sales budget cannot achieve, the actual sales cannot achieve the budgeted sales, you have to find the marketing manager. Ask him what happened. Why? Why you cannot achieve 500,000 sales? Oh, because of COVID-19, boss. Everything COVID-19. You win, no? If no COVID-19, you have to tell me why. Because my production manager all produced the goods for you already. You want me to die? The stuff I already employ. The machine I already buy. I already bought the machine. You have to pay responsibility. Am I right? So variance is something, use the budgeted or budgeted case, compared to your actual case. Then we're going to take some recover action. See what happened to our company. It looks like report card lah. This is called cost control. Y or N? Y or N? So this is all thing, for cost and management accounting. Selling price setting, I'm going to last for a while. Selling price setting, I will do it just right after my rest for 5 minutes. But before I go into rest, do you have any question to ask me? You can open your mic and talk to me. Hello? You can open your mic to talk to me. If you have any question, in Mandarin also can. In Malay also can. Because today is a seminar, I don't want to stress you all. I just want you to know some of the basic why we want to study cost and management accounting and the importance of cost and management accounting. So I will give you a few examples. This is not a class to teach, but it's an opportunity for you all to understand how the good thing from the cost and management accounting and what is the tactic we learned. 有没有问题? Before we go to rest, because you need to fill in the Google link, and you can talk to my team if you want to talk to me. And then later on, come back, I will give you some practical question. Just don't go away. Can I see the notes? What it means, can you see the notes? This notes? Is it this notes? This notes I will pass it to you all later on. Okay, are you ready? Y or N? Okay. So this selling price setting is quite simple. All the notes will give it up to you. So let's say now I have a cost which I get a job. Let's say this is job 1, 2, 3. So they tell me direct material is 50,000 because I will ask my production people going to check if I get a job. I need how much material? They say 50,000. Then direct labor 18,000. So I want to prepare a quotation if I want to have a markup 30%. So how are we going to get this price quotation? Quotation, quotation for job what lah? Maybe job 1, 2, 3. Okay, job 1, 2, 3. So first step, my material is 50,000. My direct labor is 80,000. So I get a total cost. How much? Total cost 130,000. Am I right? Then I must get a profit. Markup of 30% means I use the cost price. I times 30%. I got 39,000. So what is my selling price? What is my selling price? Definitely this is internal quotation. We won't show others. But this is a quotation which we do internal. Then we tell the customer we will sell them 169,000. Y or N? Okay. Y or N? Simple. Can you understand? This is common done by a lot of business. They're doing this kind of way to make quotation. Okay, if you follow this way, I tell you, this serial, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is very common. A lot of businessmen, they're doing the wrong quotation, and then sometimes they get profit, sometimes they don't get profit because they don't know how to set up the costing system. It's very important things. I purposely give you the wrong answer. Okay, the real way, if you're doing this, I tell you, this 3DL, your business will go into bankrupt soon. Why? Cannot do like that, eh? Cannot. Because why? Indeed, our cost of production, we have 3 types. One we call is material, one is labor. Then you already ignore production overheads. What is production overheads? What is production overhead? You need to know. This is about rent of factory. You don't charge in. Depreciation of machinery. Depreciation is the price reducing of the machinery. The rate, 电费水费. Indirect material, indirect labor is a supervisor, cleaner of factory, manager or factory. A lot of things you don't count in. Indirect material is something like factory tools, diesel, because you need diesel, you need gas for machinery, for machine, you don't count in. Salary or supervisor, machine maintenance, heat, lights, and power, you don't charge it. So you will get a wrong answer. Here you understand what is overhead. Overhead is one of the factory costs, which we must incur into quotation. But many of factory, they don't have a cost accountant. They use this traditional way to charge it. They can't get profit. Cost pengeluaran, yep. This is cost overhead. cost overhead. Cost of production is cost pengeluaran. If you are SP or PM now. Okay. Hong Chan. So how we do the cost of production? Because this kind of cost, how to calculate a per job, like rent. Like rent, how we going to do? How we going to do charge the rent to the job? You see, a company, they have many jobs, right? For an example, I have a factory. I paid rental 10,000 per month. But I my job, 20 job, 30 job, 40 job. So how are you going to charge a rental to every job? How? You understand 吗？你每个月要给租金嘛？你的租金可能是1万块，但是你哪知道你每一天就有多个 job？ 哪个 job 有些 job 长的，有些 job 短的，所以你的 rental 呢，你可以直接 charge 一个 rental 进去一个 job。比方说，这个只是一个 job 罢了，我们有可能有很多个 job。You get what I mean? Why I am here? So now, my problem is how we're going to charge the overhead to every single job. So this is a traditional people doing those costing one, you know, very stupid one, you know. I don't know you know or not. My experience. I still remember once, you know, I want to do some renovation for my tuition center very, very long time ago. I asked a fella come to do my quotation. You know, he come to do measurement very fast one. And then he said, okay, this one material I did how much, and then my labor have to work 1 week. So every day my labor charge how much? Then okay, I sell you 20,000. He just simply give me 20,000 without any calculation one, you know. I said 20,000, are you sure? Because I got another quotation from my friends, you know. My friend is my good friends. The one is really my good friends. He won't charge me very expensive one. Then my friend, I said, okay, he measure everything. He said, wait, I have to pass my people to calculate what is the cost. Another 2 days, then I come back. He sell me 25,000 or 30,000. I said, you know, my good friend also charge me so high, you know, I feel very uncomfortable, you know. So I give the uncle, the traditional uncle do it, you know. You know what happened? When he come to do the way, he said, ayo, here cannot there cannot you have to add this one you know. I still remember, you know, he bring me go to, he said, hey, your what they call, 屋頂叫什麼了? Boom boom got a hole, you know. You must come follow me go to see. If you don't do this, your whole building you collapse, you know. Wow, I said another 20,000, another 5,000, and that, you know, my job, the renovation cost me how much? 50,000 over. Because this kind of people, they don't know how to do quotation one. They just use estimation. When they found it, they can't get the break even. I mean, they can't cover their cost. They're trying to do something to add on your renovation cost until, you know, quotation 20,000, and then I paid 50,000. This is very often for those traditional 裝修佬. So you have to know. They can't do a proper quotation. So once it happened, I will ask the uncle to do any renovation to me already. But indeed, I feel cheated. So do a proper quotation, how to make it, you see how. Okay? It will be a very long journey. First step, that is the way to prepare quotation. First step, you must accumulate the budgeted production overhead. How to accumulate the budgeted overhead? You start to calculate. You have to ask your people to do budgeted production overhead. Rent or factory. All factory one, office one cannot, because production, let's say 20,000 rates of factory, let's say 10,000, and then maybe you got a manager, 10,000, then depreciation, 10,000, all from factory one, budgeted production rate. Budgeted means not happened yet. You have to budget. Sometimes we know rate is quite fluctuate one, but it won't be fluctuate so high one. Like you ask me, I ask you, hey, what is your budgeted rate? Rate means 電費水費啦, electricity bill. Do you know your electricity bill from your home? Anyone tell me? What is your rates per month around? Anyone? 350. So, are you sure everyone 350? Don't tell me bullshit lah, you don't know one. Sometimes 320, sometimes 330, or sometimes 380. It would be 3,000 after that, correct? Like my house, I know 400 plus. I know all the while my rates will be 400 and 450 like this cook. So this is called budget. Understand? Budget, it means 假的, not real one. Understand? Costing cannot be real one. Cannot be real one. Because when you do quotation, you don't know how is the actual cost. You don't know. You must get the budget first. So my first step, I will calculate my budgeted overhead. So when I calculate this budgeted overhead, I know 50,000 already. That's my first step. Y or N? Y or N? Then second step, I will calculate the production hours. Production hours, normally, we have two types, machine hours or labor hours. Machine hours or labor hours. You should know. Let's say I assume I have 10 machines. I have 10 machines. My machine operate 200 hours per year. So I got 2,000 hours per year. You get what I mean? Then labor hours, I have calculated, I have 50 operator times, let's say 1,000 hours per year. So I get 5,000 hours, labor hours. But this one also budgeted one. Also budgeted one. Budgeted means all 底部 one, all 假的. Because you can't make the real one, then only you calculate. Cannot. Then I start to calculate production overhead absorption rate. I will use the budgeted production overhead divided by our budgeted hours. So my budgeted production hours is 50,000, correct? Correct. Each month around 50,000. So I have to choose whether I use machine hour or labor hours. I have to choose machine hour or labor hours. It depends lah. It depends of the company policy. Like myself, we talk about lecturer. Lecturer, definitely, we are doing the service. We must use labor hours. If I'm a service center, like I'm doing a college, the most important definitely is the labor hours. But normally, if we don't know, we see which one more. 5,000 is more, I will use more one. I will use more one. Because it's more, this company is more use labor hours. Because machine hour only 2,000, here only will be 5,000. So I will use 5,000. If the question silent, normally we use the more one. Unless the question said this company must use machine hour to calculate. Y or N? Y or N? Y or N? So I already get 10 ringgit per labor hour. 10 ringgit per labor hour. This one is real one or fiat one? Still fiat one, still budgeted one. Budgeted means 假的, not real one. Not real one. You understand? We use the data. That's why, Why LCCI? LCCI, they have one subject called statistics. They call statistics. Why we want to study statistics? A lot of students, they don't understand why we want to study statistics. Because we need to know the trend of the company. We need to know the trend. The trend is the company activities. Because we need to forecast. Statistics mostly is do the forecasting. Forecasting 是什么？我们要猜测我们的公司到底是怎样的。For this forecasting data, then we can do the POAR, or production overhead absorption rate, or OAR. Same thing. Then only I calculate the job. From this question, it happened like that. This will be give the question of production overhead is around 50,000, labor hour 5,000, machine hour 2,000. So we use 5,000. This is the question. I give you the story. Y or N? You okay what I mean? You okay what I mean? Okay, then only we see. Now we have job 1002. So we'll start to do the quotation. So for job what? Normally we need to write down the job 1002. So normally a cost will have a direct material 6,000. Direct labor, he said 400 hours times 8 ringgit per hours. So we have 3,002. Then we calculate production overhead. Absorb means, now you see our POAR. Our POAR is 10 ringgit. So we use the POAR times hours for the job. In this question, since here is labor hour, we cannot use machine hour because we don't like machine hour. We only use labor hour. We only use labor hour. We don't use machine hour. If here we use machine hour, here we time machine hour. Machine hour is not necessary, not important here already. So means I use 400 hours because labor hours. I use this labor hours times how much? Times 10 ringgit per hours. So I got 4,000. So altogether, total cost of production will be 30,200 cost of production. Then we only carry profit how many percent? 50%. I got 6,001. 6,006. Then my estimate selling price should be 19,800. So that's why, calculate a quotation is not that using the calculator. They don't know one. They need to do some study. They need to calculate. Then only they come out the quotation. Y or N? Y or N? Is it very difficult? Again, let's say now you have a furniture factory. You always people ask you to do the quotation. Normally, I tell you what, you know the job, the material one, the labor, the machine hour, labor hours, you know one. You targeted to complete it within a certain times. So this is the way we do the quotation. First step, we must accumulate the production overhead, budgeted production overhead. Then we have to check their machine hour and labor hours. And then we use the suitable base. Suitable base means whether your company using more machine to produce or using more labor to produce. 你们的手工多的呢，还是机器做多的？ Sometimes we have to see the industry lah. Like lecturer, normally we use labor hours one. If the question is silent, your company, you don't know how to use machine or labor, you calculate the most happening one. Then you already get the POAR, then every job you calculate like that. Then job number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 also calculate like that. Then you can get a very constantly or more accurate quotation to achieve your profit. Otherwise, you have to cheat your customer. Y or N. Now you know what is costing already, you know. You get what I mean? What is the useful of costing? So I say, you know, if you know how to do it, you won't simply quote your people. I will simply throughout, I want to charge 300. Like I just talk it up, then later on, I'm facing a lot of loss. Then I die lah. And then I cannot charge too high, charge too high. If you charge too high, people won't buy your things. 你不可以随便跟人家讲你要卖多少钱就卖多少钱的，对不对？ So you have to know to tactic how to do business. That's why I say I love costing a lot. Okay, it helped me to do the practical thing. Okay, I do one more question. Can or not? I do one more question now. Can use on construction. Construction, yes, but this is more suitable for small business. Do some renovation. Don't tell me you do a big project. If you, let's say I want to build a new condo, 100 floors. I cannot. This one cannot. This one you have to use MPV. That's another tactic. If you, let's say, you know, you have a condo, you want me to do some renovation. I want to know how I charge you. Yeah, this is the way we do the quotation. This is the way to do quotation. Because you know, if you want to renovate a condo, you know how to calculate the material. Social one. I know very, I won't say accurate one now. Because my relative doing renovation one now. Every time I say I want to chart and do some renovation for my flooring, he will calculate how many, what they call gaijun lah. And then the contract work, the chart, and then he know what is the labor. But then he need to know is the overhead law. Same thing one. Can you understand that, Kenny? I know, May Farm. May. Understand May? Nothing already. Or you want to talk to me? If anyone to talk to me, just let me know. Same, it apply to many industry. Every industry, furniture lah, design lah, like you are advertising company lah. You know, sometimes you have a job, how to calculate it. So like this question, first step, they already accumulate the budgeted overhead. Which one you have to use machine or labor? We use labor. So I calculate the POAR. I use 150,000 divided by 8,000 labor hours. Then I got 18.75 labor hours. But definitely, I tell you what, when you do the practice, you won't get a very close amount. If you get a 20.7, you just calculate 20 ringgit. This one is not a real one. You cannot get a real one. We go to use the 最接近的号码. Then you can go for quotation already. Job 1116. Definitely, I use the simple one. I use the simple one. Material 60,000. This one very simple to calculate one. Labor 2004 times 12. This one must use labor. You don't use the machine now. Labor is according labor one now. Times 12. 28800. Production overhead absorb. We use the word absorb. Absorb means this job absorb how many? we use this one, since it's a labor hours, I use the labor hour 2004 times 18.75. $45,000. Then I got how much? $130,000, 33,800 total cost of production. Then I have a profit 30%, 133,800 times 0.3. I got 140, and then I cut it up. This is our selling price. $173,940. YOM. Definitely, you know, in exam it won't be so easy lah. They will give you the whole story. They will give you, they have how many production department. Production department A, production department B, production department C. There's a different production overhead absorption rate. So the process will go into production A, finish, and go into production B, then calculate. This is a more, today is just an introduction, because many students, when they do pass it, they don't know what is the real happen. So you must study from a very basic, you know, and then you can see that this thing. I don't do any debit credit one. In cost and management accounting, we seldom, I wouldn't use the word never. I should use the word never, but I use the word seldom to prepare key, because this is not account. It's a very good calculation, which turn it into practically things. That's why I'm strongly encourage all my students, you know, going to study costing. If you really want to be a success businessman, or you want to prepare to be a cost accountant. And then I tell you what, I still remember quite long time ago, so I think more than 15 years ago. I'm now age only 25, don't call me younger. I have two students. This is my favorite student I know. They are two doing very well. One expert in cost and management accounting, one expert in financial accounting. Both of them, after that, they go to different industry. One to become a financial accountant in office, one become a cost accountant. And that, you know, who earn more? The cost and management accountant earn a lot. And now become a very successful businessman. Yeah. And become a good friend now. Sometimes I need him to help me also. And even though my CEO, just now you see my CEO, Miss Chua, her expertise is cost and management accounting, not financial accounting. She's doing every subject, she's doing very well. But her expertise is cost and management accounting. That's why she knows how to do manager. And my another expertise is financial accounting stuff. You become a financial accountant. CFO lah. One is CEO, one is CFO. You know the differences? Both of them also study ACCA. I prefer a cost and management accounting to become my CEO. Sorry to say, I will let my financial accountant to become a CEO. He only entitled to do CFO. Because I need people know how to control costs rather than read report. But I still need a person to read report. If you really want to be a CEO, a real good in financial, if you are really want to do a financial thing, maybe financial accounting important to you. But when you talk about a manager company, a boss, a person who know how to do decision well, they must have a cost and management accounting knowledge. Can you understand? Well, definitely I am a bit different. I'm very a bit different. Because both cost and management accounting and financial accounting are also very strong. But frankly speaking, I prefer and I use a lot of cost and management accounting to manage my company. This is true. That's why, in the earlier class, I tell you what, which subject I love too? Financial or cost and management accounting? Financial. No. Cost and management accounting. One of the joke lah. I always say the accountant is what. If you know Hokkien, accountant. Just know how to calculate money. I want you to do this question for me. Can I give you few minutes? You look at you take out a draft paper, you tell me what is your selling price, and you give me an answer. If you get the answer, I will give you a present. I will take your answer. Later on, I will give you a present. Okay, I just give you. Okay, what is your answer? 155,880. Oh, 253,200. Others? I all totally different answer one. Any others answer? 195,600. Why? One question got so many answer differences. One. Others? Any others question? Any others answer? 400 over. Oh, 4%, 4 answer. 笑了. Any others answer? Oh, now at least got one answer same. Quotation. I think Quotation is my ex-student. Right? Right, Quotation? Because after just now I take a picture, I see your face, suddenly a lot of memory come up. I still remember Quotation joined me quite a long time ago. The time I'm a tuition center, I'm doing LCCI only for level 2. The time I never learned cost and management accounting. That's the time I involve myself in a lot of business. And I don't know what's costing. And now you know how many companies I owe. Just share some happiness to my ex-student also. Now I owe 6 companies. I owe 3 colleges, 3 campus. I owe 1 international school. I owe 1 skill academy. And I owe enrichment center, tuition center, all in United Point. Very, very large investment. Now Kapong, my ex-campus, is the smaller one and the lousy one. That's my HQ. We are going to move. To United Point soon. How can I make it? Actually, I use a lot of cost and management accounting knowledge. Because I'm a businessman all the while. Now I wouldn't call myself as a businessman. I call myself as an entrepreneur. I still remember when I teach, I always tell my students, I want to be an entrepreneur. What is the difference an entrepreneur and a businessman? Entrepreneur means I own a more largest business. Now I wouldn't say myself is a successful entrepreneur, but I'm trying my best to do a lot of expansion. I think Cody, she should know the time I'm doing a very small scale business. Right, Cody? Now a lot of change of me. She know. My story is all year one. I started from a very small tuition center. That's why, I strongly encourage you all, going to study the good accounting system, especially, you can study this from our Pintar College. Because all my staff, they experience the movement together with me. I think because those answers all different. Now, I need to do answer for you. I think mostly what is the answer? All different. Later on I got 70 answers, then I die. Okay, first step. POAR. We use 240,000. This is the overhead, correct? Then labor hour and machine hour, I will use the machine hour. I won't use the labor hour because this is more. We use the more one. We won't use the lesser one. Like just now, why I use labor? Labor more than machine. Labor more than machine. Now machine more than labor. So I use this one to divide it by 7,500 machine hour. So we got how much? $32 per machine hour. I think a lot of students or a lot of my friends, you are doing wrong in first step, correct? You use labor hour, then you die. Okay, so this is the first step. Second step, I will start to calculate the quotation for the job 1023. So my material will be 72,000. My labor, I still using 1,005 times 18. This is my labor cost. Labor cost 27,000. And then my PO absorb. Since here I use machine hour, I will time this machine hour. But just now, my one is labor hours. I will times labor hour. Labor hour, I time back labor hour, I won't times machine hour. Here, labor hours, I will times this labor hours. But here, each machine hour, I will times machine hour. So I use 2,000 times 32. 64,000 times 27 plus 72,000, 163,000 total cost. And then my profit will be how much? 16300 times 20%. I got the 32600. So I plus 16300. I got 195600. This is my selling price. This is my selling price. So I wanted to check 195600. 是在right? How many right? Others. Okay. Cody, right? And others. Infant, Cha Infant also right? And then the other, sorry to say. So this is the present I want to give the person who doing right. Okay? Can understand or not? Y or N? Y or N? Y or N? Okay, so that's why you need to study more, you know. You can't tell me, you know, I attend this today, 1 or 3 hour costing from Master Dr. Jimmy. So I can be a cost accountant. Don't sell. You need to more question to practice. This is what we call we need to study. So I think you all get what I mean, huh? Okay, good. So we quickly go to another things. Another important things is break-even point. Break-even point, I know here got some student. This is called titik pulangan modal. In SPM, if you study SPM before, it's a titik pulangan modal. Titik pulangan modal actually is not financial accountant, but it's a what you call a cost accountant. Yeah, TPM. It's no gain, no loss situation. It means profit is zero. Profit equals zero. When total profit is zero, we say TR is equal TC. TR is total revenue. Total revenue equal to total sales. Equal total cost. Means no profit, no loss. Y or N. This is very important. I think if you are working adult, you will always listen to your what they call your boss girl, your business friend. They will say, what is my break even? I cannot get my break even. I cannot get my break even. Yeah, my answer is correct. Oh, Esther Kim, sorry, just now I didn't mention your name. Never mind, I still give you the present. Can you receive my present? MCS is what? MCS is what? How I know? What is MCO? Heng Chang? Chan Hing? Chan Hong? I don't know what MC. Many margin chargements a unit. Oh, you want me to die? Never mind. Okay. First of all, this is a real question. Let's say now I'm selling chao kway teow or nasi lemak. My nasi lemak is 3 ringgit. My variable cost is refer my material, direct material, direct labor. It's a variable cost. So always change when we are doing the production. Rental normally is called fixed cost. Fixed cost means whether you sell or not sell, you also have to pay. You see, I draw nasi lemak. I make it simple. I don't talk about like direct labor. I draw nasi lemak setiap 5 ringgit setiap bungkus. Setiap bungkus saya perlu beli apa? I need to buy rice. I need to buy kari ayam. I need to cook it. So it costs me 3 ringgit. How much I can earn per packet? Per packet of per packet of 2 ringgit lah, correct? 2 ringgit, correct? So how much in order I don't lose? How much I need to sell in order I don't get lost? I will, at least I can get my break even. You think how much I need to get? 500, correct? 500, correct? Because here we already get 2 ringgit, correct? This 2 ringgit is called contribution. Contribution. So my break even will be 1,000 divided by 2 ringgit, 500 unit. So this is very important for us to do planning. Let's say I want to start to be a penjual nasi lemak. Okay. So I must know how many packet I can sell, then I can get back my break even. Same thing now. I need to calculate break even to my college. How can I get my break even for my college? I got many staff. I calculate all the staff salary. I have many, what they call, rental lah, rate lah, depreciation lah, all I calculate it will be my fixed cost. Then I will see, let's say I get a student 300. I need to pay my lecturer 200. I only get 100. So I just use it. I can get my break even now. Then let's say my student, I can't achieve the numbers, then I will lose. It won't be very accurate, but at least I know. At least I know. This is what we call break even point. Y or N. Very simple to calculate one. Today I won't use the tough topic, but for me, actually costing is what you need is you just follow the class, you understand the basic, then you know how to do it. So contribution per unit is equal selling price minus variable cost per unit. So what you got is 5 ringgit minus 3 ringgit. You got 2 ringgit per unit. Sales you need to get in order not facing loss. I won't use the formula lah. We just calculate lah. Because today is not teaching formula. Exam only you need to write down the formula. We use 1,000 divided by 2. We got 500 unit. This one you understand, huh? Revenue so that Jersey don't face a loss. Sales unit, no facing loss is called break-even point. Remember this word lah. If you are going to a business real environment, they always will talk about, I can't get my break-even. This kind of thing. Revenue so that JC will not face loss. So because we want to sell 500 units, and every unit I sell 5 ringgit. So I get 2,500 ringgit Malaysia. I won't feel loss. Normally, we don't like to use unit one. Normally, we don't like to use unit one. We want to use the ringgit Malaysia one. Because, I'm a penjual cinema. You tell me you must draw 500 units, then you can get your break even. How I go to calculate first packet, second packet, third packet? I will keep on calculation. No, I won't do this kind of stupid thing. But ringgit Malaysia very simple. If I know 2005, after all customers go back, I take out my wallet, then I pick it up, all the money I calculate. 2004 only. I say that. Not yet big one. Still operate. As I calculate, I got 6,000 already. I get money already. You get what I mean? YLN. A businessman, they don't like to get a unit one. They want to get the ringgit Malaysia one. But in SPM, different. They like unit one. Today, I'm using the simple way. I use simple way because I don't want to teach you the more deeper formula. Because this break even, it need us to teach you at least 2 to 3 class, 6 hours. So how can we make it? Let's say 400 unit. You think 400 unit is profit or loss? P or L? Profit is loss. Profit. P is profit. L is loss. Loss. Profit or loss? Sure loss one because less than 500 unit. Less than 500 unit. This one, 650 profit. Yeah, correct. Let's see how we know. You see how I check the profit or loss? Because I use 400 units. I times 2 ringgit I can earn. I got 800, but I minus 1,000. I lost 200. Am I right? If I sell 650 units, I times 2 ringgit, I minus 1,000, I still got 300 profit. Correct. Y or N? That's why I can now easily know how much profit I earn. How much profit I earn every time. Okay, today I don't use the sales sales unit required to the company which to make a profit. Let's say I want to make a profit 500. Because sometimes we need to calculate if really I want to operate a mama store I want to get a 500 ringgit per month. How much unit I must sell every day? I need to do planning. So I just use 1,000. 1,000 is covered the rental. 500 is for me to earn. So I divide it by 2 ringgit. I can earn each package. So I sell 750 units. I can get the profit already. YLN. Very simple one. Very simple one. But break even, very useful. I'm quite often using break even every moment. When I talk to my accountant, I always tell them, please calculate the break even for me. If I want to move there. Let's say break even, the selling price decreased for 4 ringgit. So you see, just now 5 ringgit, now 4 ringgit, 3 ringgit, I only got 1 ringgit, correct? Am I right? Am I right? Just now 5 minus 3, I got 2 ringgit. But now selling price reduced to 4 ringgit, I only get 1 ringgit contribution. So I need to use 1,000 divided by 1 ringgit per unit. I need to sell 100,000 units. Can you follow up me? YN. This is very useful when the price change, when the material price increase, everything we need to calculate one. This will give it to you. Here is the formula. I don't use formula to calculate. Okay, I do one more question. Cannot. One more question before we finish. Contribution is what? 5 ringgit. Am I right? YN. How much for break-even point? 7,500 divided by 5. จับจุย啦 1,500 unit. Okay. Revenue, I use 1,500 times 13 ringgit. 19,500. One. Profit 1350. 1350 loss lah. 1350 times 5 minus 7,500. I lost 750. Okay, one. Very simple calculation only. Sometimes costing is cost and management accounting is different with accounting. You know, you have to finish one question by doing manual working and balance, not balance. Cost and management don't have this kind of problem. They don't have this kind of problem. You have to think very cleverly. 1,700 should be profit already lah. I earn 1,000. Sales unit in order the company to make a profit. 7,500 plus 3,500 divided by 5. So will be 2,002 unit. Y or N? Break-even point 16 ringgit. Now it's 16 ringgit, 8. So I got 8 ringgit already. Correct. But the rent is 9,008. Selling price increased to 16 ringgit. Rental increase. Let's say rental increase, then we increase the price. We see better or not better. I will use 9,008 divided by 8. 1,225. Should be better lah. Because just now we need to sell 1,500. Now 1,200 plus we already get the break even. Definitely break even point will be lesser, will be better. Y or N? Okay, bye.